Atlantis. Just the word itself, spoken aloud, like a magical incantation, stirs the imagination, conjuring images of majestic cities, wise rulers, and incredible technologies. The sunken continent, the legendary cradle of humanity, a highly developed civilization that vanished without a trace into the depths of the ocean. A beautiful tale, a utopian myth. Or is it, after all, a reality hidden from us not only by the depths of water, but also by the veil of time, oblivion, and perhaps someone's intent? What if I tell you that the knowledge of Atlantis, its technologies, its wisdom, its history, are not lost forever? That there exists a certain group of people, a secret society, carefully hidden from prying eyes, which has been preserving this knowledge as a sacred relic for many millennia, passing it down from generation to generation, waiting for the very moment when humanity finally grows, matures, and is ready for it, for the knowledge capable of changing the world. Sounds like the plot of a captivating science fiction novel, doesn't it? Or like the plot of a movie with a cleverly twisted intrigue? Perhaps. But let's set aside skepticism and try to figure out if there is even a spark of truth in these imagination-stirring rumors, legends, theories, and hypotheses. Today, we will attempt to lift the veil of mystery that surrounds Atlantis and its supposed guardians, those very chosen ones who might possess the keys to lost technologies, to the forgotten wisdom of the ancients, to the understanding of the laws of the universe, inaccessible to modern man. Are you ready to embark on this incredible journey on the very edge of reality and myth, to where facts intertwine with conjectures and science coexist with esotericism? The story of Atlantis, as it has come down to us, was first told by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who lived in the 4th century BC, in his famous dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. These dialogues are not just philosophical treatises, they are also captivating narratives, full of vivid imagery and thrilling details. Plato described Atlantis as a powerful island nation located somewhere beyond the Pillars of Hercules, the modern Strait of Gibraltar, possessing incredible technologies, knowledge, and military power for that time, far ahead of its era and all known civilizations. According to Plato, the Atlanteans were skilled sailors, builders, engineers, and scientists. They possessed the secrets of obtaining and using unprecedented sources of energy, built grand cities and temples, created astonishing mechanisms, and cured diseases that were considered incurable. And they possibly even knew how to control the weather, summon rains, and calm storms. But, possessing such power, the Atlanteans, according to Plato, could not control their pride, greed, thirst for power, and desire for conquest. They waged war against the rest of the world, and for this, they incurred the wrath of the gods. As a result of a terrible, unprecedented cataclysm, a series of earthquakes, followed by a massive flood. The island of Atlantis, along with all its inhabitants and achievements, sank into the depths of the ocean within a single day, disappearing from the face of the earth forever. Since then, ever since Plato first told the world this astonishing and tragic story, it has been over 2,300 years since the story of Atlantis. But the interest in this legend not only does not fade, it seems to ignite with new vigor with each new generation. Numerous expeditions, both amateur and scientific, have set out in search of traces of the sunken continent. Researchers, historians, archaeologists, and geologists have constructed the most incredible, sometimes fantastical theories about its possible location, from the Atlantic Ocean, as Plato indicated, to the Mediterranean Sea, from the Arctic Ocean to Antarctica, from South America to Indonesia. Hypotheses have been proposed that Atlantis could have been located in the Black Sea, in the Caribbean region, or even in the Sahara Desert. But so far, all these searches, all these years of effort, remain unsuccessful. Atlantis, if it truly existed as a real geographical entity, and not as a philosophical allegory, securely keeps its secrets under many meters of water and sedimentary rocks. And it is precisely here, against the backdrop of these unsuccessful searches and unsolved mysteries, that the intriguing idea of the existence of a secret society emerges, a secret order consisting of the keepers of Atlantis' knowledge. According to this theory, which is shared by many researchers of paranormal phenomena, esotericists, and simply enthusiasts, not all Atlanteans perished during that terrible catastrophe described by Plato. A small group of chosen ones, the wisest, the most knowledgeable, the most enlightened, who foresaw the impending tragedy, thanks to their knowledge, possibly due to their prophetic abilities, managed to escape, leave the doomed island, and take with them the most valuable things, the knowledge and technologies of their highly developed civilization. They dispersed around the world, mingled with other peoples who lived at that time. They became their teachers, mentors, passing on their knowledge and skills, but at the same time, carefully hiding their true origin and the true source of their knowledge. They vowed to keep the secret of Atlantis until humanity was ready to accept this knowledge, until it could use it for good, not for evil, as according to legend, the Atlanteans themselves did. Who are these supposed keepers? Who are they? Here, the opinions of researchers and supporters of this theory differ greatly. Some believe that they are the direct descendants of the priests of Atlantis, who, according to legends, possessed special, almost supernatural knowledge and abilities, could control energies, communicate with spirits, and foresee the future. Others speak of certain initiates who received knowledge from the Atlanteans not by inheritance, but through mystical revelations, through meditations, through contacts with higher powers, with certain extraterrestrial civilizations, which perhaps were the true mentors of the Atlanteans. Others point to various secret orders and societies that have existed and continue to exist for many centuries, such as the Rosicrucians, Templars, Freemasons, Illuminati, and other smaller and less known organizations, hinting at their secret connection with the legacy of Atlantis, suggesting that they are the keepers of ancient knowledge. Supporters of the theory of a secret society, the keepers of the knowledge of Atlantis, present as indirect but, in their opinion, very convincing evidence of their existence, various phenomena that are inexplicable from the standpoint of official science, artifacts, structures, which they believe could not have been created by the civilizations known to us of antiquity. These include mysterious pyramids found in different parts of the world, in Egypt, Mexico, China, Peru, Bosnia, which, in their opinion, were built according to a single plan and using technologies unavailable to people of that time. These also include ancient maps, such as the Piri Reis map, which depict unknown lands, including Antarctica, not yet covered in ice, which, according to theory supporters, indicates that ancient navigators possessed knowledge surpassing our modern understanding. These are also inexplicable technological achievements of the ancients from the perspective of modern science, such as incredibly precise stonework, the creation of giant monolithic blocks, and the construction of monumental structures, which even today, using modern technology, would be extremely difficult to erect. They claim that all these mysteries, all these anomalies, are traces of the influence of the Atlanteans and their secret followers, who, hidden from prying eyes, continued to use and perfect their knowledge. Furthermore, as evidence of the existence of a secret society preserving the knowledge of Atlantis, legends, myths, and traditions of various peoples around the world are often mentioned, in which, if you look closely, you can find echoes of the story of Atlantis, its greatness, and its demise. These include tales of the Great Flood, which appear in the cultures of different peoples living on various continents, and myths about the golden age of humanity, about times when people lived in harmony with nature and possessed incredible abilities, and legends of wise teachers who came from across the sea and brought people knowledge, crafts, and laws. All these stories, according to proponents of the theory, are not just fabrications, but encoded messages indicating that the memory of Atlantis, its knowledge, and its tragic fate have been preserved in the collective unconscious of humanity, in the depths of our memory. However, skeptics, of whom there are of course many, point to the complete lack of any direct, irrefutable evidence of the existence of such a secret society, the keepers of Atlantis knowledge. They say that all the so-called evidence is merely loose interpretations, conjectures, fantasies, and stretches that have no real scientific basis. They claim that the legend of Atlantis is nothing more than a philosophical parable, an allegory, created by Plato to illustrate his ideas about state governance, about an ideal society, and not at all a description of a real historical event or an actually existing civilization. Moreover, skeptics quite reasonably ask the question: if such a secret society truly exists and possesses such powerful, unique knowledge capable of changing the world, why does it not reveal itself? Why does it not come out of the shadows? Why does it not help humanity solve global problems such as diseases, hunger, wars, and ecological disasters? Why does it hide if its true goal is the welfare of humanity, its prosperity and development? Why keep knowledge if it cannot be used? Unfortunately, there are no clear and comprehensive answers to these questions. Perhaps those who call themselves the keepers of Atlantis' knowledge believe that humanity is not yet ready for this knowledge, that we, mired in wars, conflicts, ignorance, and egoism, might use it for evil to the detriment of ourselves and the planet. As, according to legend, the Atlanteans themselves did, destroying their own civilization. Perhaps they are waiting for a certain sign, a pivotal event, a catalyst, that will serve as a signal that the time has come to reveal the secrets, share the knowledge, and help humanity transition to a new level of development. Or perhaps, and this is quite likely, there is no secret society, no keepers of Atlantis knowledge at all. And all of this is just a beautiful, romantic legend born from our eternal quest for the unknown, the mysterious and the unraveling of the great mysteries of the past. One way or another, the question of the existence of a secret society that holds the knowledge of Atlantis remains open, unresolved. It is one of those captivating mysteries that stir the mind, compel us to seek answers, explore, build hypotheses, fantasize, and dream. And who knows, maybe someday in the distant or not so distant future, the veil of mystery will be lifted and we will finally learn the truth about Atlantis, about its fate, about its legacy. For now, we can only make assumptions, study the facts, analyze the legends, and hope for new discoveries that might shed light on this ancient, intriguing mystery. And so our fascinating journey into the world of Atlantis' mysteries and its supposed guardians, into the world of secrets, legends, hypotheses, and assumptions comes to an end. We have considered different viewpoints, touched upon ancient legends and modern theories, but have not reached a definitive final answer. Perhaps there is no single correct answer. But that does not mean we should stop searching or give up trying to unravel this mystery. After all, it is in the pursuit of truth that knowledge is born. It is precisely through the process of research that we become wiser. Thank you for being with us all this time. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, if you pondered eternal questions, don't forget to like, leave your comment, share your impressions, your thoughts, your theories. Perhaps it is you, your comment, will lead someone to the right path to unraveling this age-old mystery. And of course, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new investigations, new journeys into the world of mysteries and enigmas, new discoveries and hypotheses. Share this video with friends, discuss, debate, because in argument, truth is born. See you next time.